Sorry about that. Okay. Carrying on. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh. Oh, I still got... Okay. Move faster in combat. Add a feint to your thrust. Unleash a double attack on your target. No. Has a rooting effect with thrust ability. Thrust now also increases movement speed and breaks current engagements. Oh, wow. Throws poison dart at an enemy. If it hits, the target receives a long-lasting corrosive poison affliction. Gain a bonus to accuracy when attacking targets that are farther than 5 meters away. Ooh, heart shot. This is the one I passed up. Layer aim to focus on... Oh. He's bleeding. A piercing throw adds armor penetration to attacks with thrown weapons. Well, we don't have any thrown weapons, but I think... And then there's magic. Grants a bonus to lore skill. Plus 10. Ooh, that might come in handy. Arcane charge. Adds the spell breached affliction to thrust attacks. Also grants a bonus to magic skills for a short time after using thrust. Huh. Release powerful burst of energy that explodes in a small area around the target. I think I'm gonna go with heart shot on this one. Okay.
Interesting. Sorry, I can't.
That was weird. My keybind's not working or something? There we go. That was weird. Anyways, quick save and go in.
Right.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Zercon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, swirling the rod.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Clear your throat.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lords, the Fatebender has arrived. His favorite commanders raises her voice, trying with little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guest speak?
Speaking of strategic failures, Who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Are you two just about done? You gain loyalty with Verse, wrath with Graven Ash, and favor. They bicker like children, do they not? I meant only to say welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. It was that was not a good thing to say. Anyways, the armored retainer bows with rust and elegance, then rises to salute, and not a moment too soon.
Did I give you permission to speak?
Blair silence.
Stormcaller, it is an honor to have you with us. I would imagine you are here with another of Kairos' edicts. Perhaps another catastrophe that will punish our foes for hiding behind their walls? My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
I require no thanks for doing my sworn duty.
Modesty is your prerogative, but know that cooperation and goodwill have been rarities of late. You do your Lord Tunon a great honor by aiding your cousins in the disfavored.
No, don't mind us while you trade your gushing praise. We're sure the Fatebinder has come because our company lacks in small talk.
God, they're not. Are you done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim.
My dear Binder, we won't be done bickering until the last of Ash's hair falls out. We'll pause for you to read your little missive. Go on, don't keep us all in suspense. Once again, you bring us support in a time of need. We fondly remember your service to the chorus in the taking of the bastard city. We knew back then you were destined for great things. But we had not anticipated you would be twice honored with the task of proclamation. So, do not keep us waiting. What is the Overlord's will?
Ooh, we can be in total. Oh man, this is all bad choices. Welcome to playing an evil game. Oh boy, in honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of Swords. What? That is. Unless he needs encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is claimed. The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. The earth sways with each word you utter.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still, and we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time, so we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? A baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Are you two daft? It is your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict.
Daft? Only fools hate their lives enough to insult our intellect. But, our dear Binder, your invective is not without purpose. Each moment we waste, death by edict draws closer. Graven Ash, we leave you to tackle the river. The chorus will scour the outer valley.
So that is what it takes to get you to agree to a plan of action. The threat of death? You place the Overlord in this position with your incessant arguments, but now we've actually agreed to do something. Kairos be praised.
Our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go, solve this problem you've started. My lord, Aperic and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements all along the river. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
Oh my god, it actually shows the picture with her helmet. That's actually cool.
And before we forget, we have a debt to settle. Last year, when our warriors got confused about supply lines, so kind of you to understand how things get muddled in the fog of war.
The Archon of Secrets tosses several iron rings your way as he begins to leave. He taps the fifth eye on the shoulder and, with one last whirl of his scepter, the Archon departs with his underling. Catch the rings.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I am short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. And what are the Scarlet Chorus? How will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
I would be honored to help. Nice. I'll be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Find me when you're ready. He pauses, clearing her throat, and though I am loath to mention it, the Chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere on the rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must. Nice. The missive said the Stormcaller was coming. Seems I was a fool to think you to bring an edict that would pulverize and punish the Oathbreakers. What a rude. Well, then again, we are playing, oh, looks like I dropped some frames at some point. Sorry about that. Hopefully that wasn't in the midst of certain things. Anyways, oh. Rings are supplies. Wait, Fate Fighter Zercon, am I right? I'm Sevis, commander, third generation disfavored specifically. I'm Sevius the younger. Some folks can't keep track. The rank says commander, but lately, I'm just organizing patrols and trying to stay out of the way. You should talk to Iron Marshal if you something official that needs discussing. Huh. What does it you need? I overheard you asking the Earthshaker where the reinforcements have gone. Is there a problem? I'm afraid so. Radix, the head of the Earthshakers, was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spellslingers to help break the stalemate. I don't know what's holding up their arrival, and that worries me. If you were at all inclined to lend a hand, we could use some arcane support on our side. I could lend a hand. Could you? I knew the Tunan's agent wouldn't fail us in a time of need. I'll mark the last known site of our Earthshaker reinforcements on your map. Good hunting, Fatebinder. What do you think the siege... Oh, why do you think the siege has delayed for so long? It should have been over real quick and simple. The first cohort arrived in the valley and went right for the kill. But that was before we knew the Vendrian Guard had sages and the Water Witch on their side. The bigger problem is the Scarlet Chorus. They eagerly conscript the Vendrian Guard, but I have no proof of this, but it seems they do very little to keep a watchful eye on these drafted tiersmen. They are often set out on patrol, and we suspect they use that opportunity to escape back to the Vendrian Guard. Every Chorus conscript has a choice, life under Karis or death under the army's boots. By all means, feel free to cut down those who choose the latter. We won't be offended. But just so we don't mistake each other, I know what I'm saying carries implication of treachery. I'm not making a formal accusation before Tunan's agent. I'm just voicing my gut opinion on the matter. Two armies haven't worked together in years. Why do you think that is? Come on, Binder. Seems like asking why beasts stink. The disfavored are only too eager to deliver Kyrus's peach to the tears, while the Scarlet Chorus bring only mayhem in the wake. You can tell me the voices of Nearett has a plan, and I'll take your word for it, but the Chorus sure seems to blunder around it, never moving with purpose as we do. I wonder if we've been fighting the same war, soldier. I've seen Ash yank his precious soldiers away from more battles than he's won. If you want to call that progress, be my guest. Unless we find a way to work as one, I fear that the Scarlet Chorus will step in front of Graven Ash's strategies at every turn. As far as I'm concerned, it seems like the voices of Nearett is here to amuse himself, while the rest of us are here to do our job. Tell me about yourself. Oh! Not much to tell. My father was Savius the Elder. His father was Savius the First of his name, lead drill master of Ash's First Iron Guard back when they were the Bronze Guard. I was born into the Legion, and with any hope, I'll die in the Legion. The rest of you will hopefully hear about when the storytellers immortalize me. Bronze Guard. Well, this day and age was a century ago, and they didn't have Kyrus's modern luxuries like iron. So back then, the great general's inner council was known as the Bronze Guard. You were proud of your pedigree. Favored with disfavored. That is so weird. That is so awkward and weird. I like it. Well, thanks, but I try not to think about it too fondly. If anything, every time I screw something up, I wish I wasn't dragging the family name through mud along with me. Back to my other questions. Farewell. Satanas curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do. Bronze will do in a pinch. Don't get me wrong. It can take a beating and get bent back into shape. Unlike this stubborn iron we have here, and we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. We're garbing of the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. Well, they call the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff that comes from it comes from the smiths in Lethian's Crossing. You mentioned an iron shortage? I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Matani went missing near Echo Call Crossing, and I'm afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. Forge-bound iron is Tunin's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Oh, that's not good. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Avenging Guard. Now, best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on a riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Echo Call, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the great general, more than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. I'm here to help, even if that means cleaning up the Archon's mess. No need to salt the wound. Fatebinder. Ooh. None of us is mistaken in thinking that the siege has gone exactly as planned. You see that? That is how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rarest. Inconspicuous so people don't go snooping around. You'll want to keep your eye out for these. Good hunting. Need something else? You look like a competent fighter. Why aren't you swinging the hammer into the enemy's faces? Getting that favor right back. With that Ash and the Legion gave me the opportunity during our training at Fort Resolution, I demonstrated some skill with the craftsman's hammer. Now, whenever there's arms or armor to be mended and no forge bound in attendance, they look to me, which is often. I'd like to see your wares. See what you got, buddy. Get on up. Oh, it just graze it out. Do. Ooh. Crescent runner armor, stone shield armor, +1 armor. Okay. +2 on our DPS. I don't think our character cares about that. So I think this is something that'll go to her. We'll go ahead and grab that. These are basically the same. Looks like we won't be able to buy the Okay, well, anyways, let's go ahead and get some trading in. Take that back out. Wait, what are you? Oh. Oh, what the hell? Never mind, I'll just get one of those. That was weird. Boom. That was weird. Okay.
Got it.
Well, I'm essentially I'm feeling a lot of stuff. My God. I'll grab that, thank you. Okay, so what is everything? Quests, biography, encyclopedia, notes. Quest, primary, Vengeance Well. Explore Echo Call Crossing for clues of the missing shipment of iron. Ugh. Do 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 do. Okay. Speak with a fit eye. Scarlet Camp. I'm gonna make a hard save here.